do plan to purchase new species other than tarantulas, like hermit crabs, for example? Yes, I really plan to expand my collection in other directions, and there is a lot of different species that I would like to get. So stay tuned and eventually we'll find out. What type of music do you like? Because you seem like to like metal music. I like all sorts of music. I don't really have a favorite type of music. Just like I believe that you can enjoy everything and that you really should not restrict yourself to, for example, certain type of music. Because I see that all the time. Some people, let's say a metal fan, and they only listen metal and they think that only metal music is the best and only metal music is what you should listen. But really, why? You can enjoy metal and you can enjoy punk and you can enjoy classical music. There's no reason to restrict yourself. So sometimes I prefer a bit metal music, stronger music. I mean, I have a Falling in Reverse t-shirt and they are... What's the genre? I'm not really good with types of music. I used to listen a lot of emo bands like Escape the Fate, Avenged Sevenfold, Falling in Reverse, My Chemical Romance and all that stuff. And I always have something that I'm over listening at the moment. Last month it was 21 Pilots. This month is mostly Disturbed and some other bands. I always switch stuff and it greatly depends on my current mood. What's up with the bass and what music bands? Yeah, so I said for the music and the bass, I used to be okay, now I suck because I don't play anymore. What's the best starter tarantula? I made a video about those subjects, so click here and find out. What was your favorite expo? I only went to 2 expos. One is the Terra Plaza in Budapest and the other one is Slow Expo in Maribor. So I don't really have that much experience with expos. I hope that I will have an opportunity to go to, I can't remember how it's called, but it is in Germany, something on M. And it is probably the biggest tarantula only expo in the world. So I hope that I will visit that someday. And this May I'm going to British Tarantula Society Expo, so that will be fun. What's your favorite food? Human brain. How long have you been keeping tarantulas? Around 3 years, I said that. And what do you do when you're not making videos? I work, watch other YouTube videos, sometimes I play games, sometimes I skate, and that's basically it. How many tarantulas did you keep in your apartment? At the moment I think I have around 60. Not sure. I have a huge fear in my tarantula pets. I don't have arachnophobia, but I'm afraid of the jump scares that they make and the fact of them escaping in general. I've been up to 7 years in this hobby and have over 30 tarantulas right now, but I'm just afraid of them escaping while feeding. How do I overcome my fear? 7 years. I really don't know. I mean, if you keep tarantulas for 7 years, by now you notice that they won't really escape their enclosure when you open the lid, unless it's really small enclosure. I don't really understand why you have fear. I mean, when I'm transferring them, especially some old worlds, it always gets your heart racing because you know what they are capable of and that they can bolt. Anyway, send me a message on the Dark Den Facebook. I really want to hear some additional information about the situation because it's really interesting. Moving on, in handling a tarantula, how would you know if it's aggressive or not? And if bitten, what is the treatment? First of all, don't really handle. Actually, click here and watch my video on that subject. But to check the mood of tarantula, just use a paintbrush and brush it gently on its abdomen or back legs. And if it reacts defensively, then nope, don't touch it. And regarding what's the treatment for getting bit? I guess that you should go to the hospital if it's some serious bite. But if it's a new world, I think that you will be fine. Just need to put something cold on the bite marks and I think that's it. I'm not the expert But if you feel bad after the bite, then go to the hospital, of course. What is the story behind the logo? Behind your logo? So someone responded, it is the tarantula. It is a tarantula doing a threat posture, but it was not what he meant with his question. So yeah, as he said, it's a tarantula in defensive, in threat posture. And no, I didn't make the logo. It was done by my friend. Thanks, Michoel. Shout out to Michoel. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a YouTube channel, so he made the logo. It was my idea how to make it, and he didn't really do that sort of stuff before. He's good with the Photoshop, so he was also figuring it out how to make it look okay, because my idea was to have a tarantula in the threat posture in all black. But when he did a tarantula in all black, it really didn't look like a tarantula or anything. And then after he added the white parts that shows the shape of the tarantula, then it started looking like an actual tarantula. So yeah, it was a bit learning experience, but we were super happy how it turned out. So sorry, but no logo creation tutorial, at least not from me. Maybe I will feature him in some video, who knows. Video as usual, notice the bass on the wall, do you still play? Did you make the intro music? So as I said, I'm not playing that often, and no, I didn't make the intro music, but that is the band from the Croatia. But anyway, they went to Koprivnica, my town, and I went to their concert, and I was really surprised how good they sound. So I asked them if I can use their songs for my videos, and they were cool guys, so they say go ahead. So big shout out to them. They are called Drone Hunters, so check them out. And also I always put a link to their music in the description. 4K subs already. Did you change the name of the video? Yes, I changed the name of the video because I made a grammatic error, as I always do, and someone pointed it out in the comments, so I changed. I struggle when it comes to English grammar. What is your occupation? This YouTube channel is my main occupation, but as I said, I also skate sometimes, and I don't know, hanging out with my girlfriend, I guess. What is your oldest tea and how old? I can't really tell. As I said, I've been only keeping for 3 years, but probably the oldest one is that Brachypelma albopilosum female. I don't know how old she is, but she is probably the oldest. I wouldn't be surprised if she is 10-15 years old. How big is your Petzl terrier or not? Now, I answered that in previous video. You probably already saw it. Do you have any Pocus? Yes. Describe keeping them, I'm curious. Pocus aren't really that hard to keep because usually they aren't that defensive. So if you provide them nice hide in their enclosure, they will always run inside when you disturb them. So once you have them in the enclosure, super easy. But transfers can be challenging, so make sure you can handle a fast spider. How do you start your own roach colony, and also what do you feed the roaches? Easy. Get a lot of roaches, put them in one plastic box and feed them, and also they need to be on warm to actually reproduce. I made a video about my colonies, so check them out. Also you can see what I feed them. Have you ever owned a snake? Nope. Never. How long have you been tarantula? I answered that. Have you been bitten? Nope, I answered also that. My favorite. Thanks. I also watch some of Taylor's videos. She can be really funny. If you have opportunity to travel to exotic places, especially jungles and deserts, would you like to catch wild spiders or scorpions there? Would I? Yes. Will I? I don't know. I really want to visit some exotic places, like some parts of Asia and South America, and I really plan that to be the next level of this channel, because ever since kid I dreamed about going to those places and to record and find all sorts of animals, especially tarantulas. So yeah, if this channel gets popular enough and grows, I will definitely go to exotic places. I will definitely catch wild spiders and animals, but only to record them there, because anyway you can't really bring animals on plane, so even if I wanted to bring them here, I can't really. And it is illegal in most countries anyway. Did you think to get through web spider or beaver spider? I plan to get those. What do you do when your tarantula passes away? Is it hard to move on? And what do you do outside of the YouTube? I said what I do outside of the YouTube. I don't really connect that much with tarantulas because they are not the same type of pet like a dog or cat that you interact with. Of course that you feel sad when you lose tarantula, especially when you don't know, usually you don't know why that happens. So you feel responsibility. So maybe that's the hardest part for me. Would you ever consider getting a tree frog? If so, which kind? Yeah, I mean really, whatever you ask me, I will probably say yeah, I would like to get that. But yeah, those green ones with big fingers. Do any of your friends, family know you do YouTube? Yes, my mom and dad, they both periodically watch my videos, even though they do not really understand English. And majority of my friends know. I'm pretty sure that most of them think that I have like 50 subscribers or something like that. Have you ever had a near-death experience? Nope. In some of your videos there are guitars hanging on the walls. Do you play in a band? Actually, I have had a band with Michael. He was the one that made the Dark Den logo. So yeah, we still have a band, and we actually made like 5 or 6 songs, and we were trying for so long to find a drummer, but we never managed to find it, and slowly we started to play less and less and less, and eventually we aren't playing anymore, but technically we are still in the band, just the two of us. What is your main job? I work in small surveying company. How do your friends or relatives react to your tarantula keeping hobby? Since I hang out with mostly open-minded people, so usually they are all really curious about that stuff, but generally you know how people feel about tarantulas as pets, and especially when you have this amount of tarantulas, you're immediately weirdo. Imagine that you have one more room in your apartment. Would you start keeping some reptiles? What kind of reptile would you keep? I will probably get a crested gecko in the future, so that is my first step. And I don't know what future brings, who knows. But crested gecko is the first step, definitely. Do you use skateboard just for transportation, or can you do some tricks? I know a couple of tricks. Is there something you know about Czech Republic? If I'm correct, I think that kurva means the same thing in Croatia and on Czech language. The capital of Czech Republic, Prague, it is really a popular destination for Croatian people, especially young Croatian people. So, and I believe my mom went there once. But other than that, I really don't know that much. Cats or dogs? Why not both? But if I had to pick one, definitely cats. Would you ever keep other bugs, for example ants or bees? I recently got ant collection, and bees, I don't know, really beekeeping. People do it here for honey, obviously, but actually my boss used to keep bees for honey. Would you ever take part in how do you pronounce that word?
Entomophagy.
Entomophagy. The eating of insects, including tarantulas, but not your own, obviously. If I ever get opportunity, sure. If you were to keep a snake, would you pick a rainbow boa or green tree python? Green tree python is Morelia, right? If it is, then yes, that most definitely. I love how they look. That would be all the questions. I hope I didn't miss anything, and if I miss any questions, or you have any other questions, feel free to write them down, and in the future I will make another video. So there you have it. Now you know a bit more about me. Don't know what else to say. Classic outro. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, thumbs it up and comment something. And if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. I upload every Monday and Friday, so see you again soon. Bye.